You're rolling. Good job. There you go.
So I think from last time, I think there's an overall improved confidence level, it seems, up there. So that's really important. I think Kyle and I were talking here what things we wanted to focus on. I think one of the biggest things right now we're going to experiment with here is seeing if we can get away from beating a heavy pattern all the time, and see if we can have more melding, aka phrasal conducting here that gives the contour of the phrase there. Can you sing the melody here? Sing me the huh?
From the beginning?
Yeah, just go ahead and sing it. this time, could you do something with the long notes a little bit more? Kind of like from our reading today. See if you can do a little more of those. Good. Yeah, so there's definitely some direction there on when you're saying it there. Now, it's how to get our right hand to do that, you know, to help show that phrase. One thing is on those dotted the longer notes, we don't need to show all those beats, right? Dee, da, 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 dee, da. Rise through it, move through space, you know, away from that pattern. Maybe you can trace it for sure, but you know, moving, kind of getting away from that. Just experiment with that. Let's have everyone play from the beginning, and she's gonna see if she can kind of get away from her pattern a little bit to help show that phrase. Yeah, that's another thing we'll talk about after we get this phrase thing figured out. See if we can just get in play. Tell in your head it's churning, you're wanting to stick with that pattern, and that's fine. So maybe you can figure out a way to meld within the pattern. You know? Da, 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 da. So you're still kind of floating past 2, 3, 4. You know.
Just kind of ghost it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try it. So what happened on a long note value is you move through space maybe a little too quickly, and you know, try it again. Try it again. It smoothed it out. You weren't so tied to getting really hard, beats on there. So that helped for sure. All right, Kyle.
I enjoyed your confidence. I don't think anyone had a question when you did a run through on tempo and your sound. I also enjoyed the fact that your face was up. You rarely looked down, which is great because that's such a crutch. Would you do me a favor, right? Just me and you, no one else in the room. Would you just, we're in a mirror, just look at me and do what I do. And do the, that's what I'm, yeah, you are an animated person here. So if you can just express that longing a little bit more in your face at times, because we have like generic Melissa face on right now, and we need to juggle it up a little bit. I mean, it's fine, but I just need to change a little bit more, and that will help this a little bit more. And the other thing is, just to tag off what Dr. Smedley is saying, is when you're experimenting with this and how you're going to flow through, don't be afraid if you're at the point right now where you still need to have your internal chronometer going. 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like if you're pulsing that through in your head, that's perfectly fine. That's easy enough to figure out when it happens on the score. Like no one's moving, everyone's got a dotted half note or a whole note. Great, I can just count there. 2, 3, 4, 1. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The beginning thing is super tricky.
Yeah.
Because they come in on beat 2, right? And that happens again later on in the piece.
Probably the hardest to get people to come on beat 2. Just physically to do that.
So from a technical standpoint, if you're going to start and you're just going to conduct just that pattern, instead of starting where you would normally start, I think you need to start a little bit higher, maybe come down and out, and 2, 3. So it's not straight down, it's kind of down and out. 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah, if you're putting 2 in the pattern, you'd be away from it on the fret, right? 2, start away. 2, yeah.
And I've seen people go 1, or they go.
I'll give a 3, 4.
Ba, da, da, da. They turn the first measure into a 3, 4 bar.
Why not?
Yeah.
Quarter rest on B1. No one cares. Try it in 3.
you might need to explain to the ensemble. Maybe not even. If you did, well, and they're confident, they might be fine. But that something like that works too. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. Nice job.